So many guys say that they want to be great with women. They say they want to be great, they want to be in great shape. They want to, be super successful and have tons of money. But when it comes down to it, what separates the men from the boys? It really separates us is courage. How bad do you fucking want it? People, if you really fucking want it bad enough, you're going to develop the courage. And courage is not a thing of not being afraid. I'm afraid of a lot. I mean, I remember having a conversation with my son. He's 10 years old, and he's like, man, Dad, he's like, I was doing something, and he's like, man, Dad, aren't you afraid of anything? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm afraid of a lot. What are you afraid of? It just doesn't seem like you're afraid of anything. You just anytime anything happens, you just do it. Well, fear is okay. Being afraid is okay. It's how you handle that. And just because I'm afraid of something, just because I have never experienced this situation with a girl or with a guy or confrontation or, whatever it may be, doesn't mean I'm not afraid. It just means that even in the midst of the fear, I'm still willing to do whatever the fuck it takes and move forward. I'm still gonna dance because I already made that commitment to myself that I'm in it at all cost. And no matter, that means whatever the fuck comes up between now and then is merely a teaching, a lesson from the universe that I am going to learn from. And the other thing too is, it's like, it goes back to, so that's really the big difference between whether or not you're really going to get what you want, or not. Do you have that big enough purpose? Are you all in? Are you willing to do whatever the fuck it takes? Because if you are, and you end up presented in a situation of any money, but and you're given this opportunity, let's just say, to join one of my programs, and one of my more expensive programs like the library or Inner Circle or whatever. If you've made that commitment to yourself that you will do whatever the fuck it takes to become that guy. Now, if you've made that commitment to yourself, no matter what comes up, any obstacle, you will overcome it. Because you've got that, you're purpose driven. You're living with purpose now. You're fueled by whatever that purpose is, and you're willing to do whatever the fuck it takes. So let's just say you got $20 to your name, and my cost of my program is $20,000. If you want it bad enough, you'll figure out how to fucking make that $20,000. You can't sit here and dabble around in the shit, because the more you say you want something, yet you don't do anything to put yourself into alignment with really fucking going after it and getting it, the harder your life is going to get. If I was 300 pounds overweight, I'm a fat motherfucker, and I say that I want to get in great shape, yet I might go down to the gym, I get a gym membership, and I go, 1 day a week for the next year. Okay, well, I know for a fact that going 1 day a week to the gym is not going to fucking get me in shape. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm putting the absolute bare minimum into it, and the fact that I'm not really going to change much over that year is not really relevant.
Yeah.
What is going to change much is 365 days later, after making that commitment that I'm going to go and do whatever the fuck it takes, and I'm going to get in great shape. Yet I just spent 365 days and I only put a fraction of the amount of energy into it, and I said, well, yeah, I want to do this, but that doesn't sound fun, so I'm not going to do that. And you were being so goddamn picky and selective with the whole thing and what you did and didn't do throughout it, and then 365 days later you're pissed off at yourself. You're beating yourself up. You'd be better off just saying, you know what, fuck it, I'm good being 300 pounds overweight. You'd be better off saying, if you're not willing to invest $1,000, $3,000, if you're not willing to invest every fucking dollar that you have into being the fucking best man that you can fucking be, to have the dating life and sex life and social life and personal life, and to be the fucking best version of you, the most authentic you, if you're not willing to invest every fucking dollar, you're not all in. You might as well just stop. Stop telling yourself that you want to fucking have an abundance of women. Stop telling yourself that you want to fucking get a great dating life. Stop telling yourself that you want to be fucking successful and blah, blah, blah. Just accept exactly where you're at and fucking be good with it. Stop fucking around and lying to yourself, because that's exactly what you're doing when you put yourself into that situation. You say you want this, but you're too much of a fucking coward, too much of a pussy to really do whatever the fuck it takes and go all in. And that's where they say, in any fucking success, any motivational speech, they always say it. Here's Matthew's fucking system shutting down right now as I'm talking about this. He's coughing, he can't uncontrollably. Blah, blah, blah. Every motivational fucking speech says it. You have to go into it. Like, you can't just be so super, you can't go into it selective and say, oh, well, I'm okay with this, but I'm not okay with that. Okay, yeah, I'll do this, but I don't want to do that. No. You need to fucking go in at all costs. You need to grab your fucking balls and fucking acknowledge the fact that you're a fucking man. And one way or the other, you're going to come out on top. And you need to believe that wholeheartedly. You got to stop fucking around. Too many guys, I've seen it over the years, too many guys, they dabble into my coaching. They dabble into other guys that are teaching, dating related personal development stuff. They dabble into the shit. And 1 year goes by, 2 years goes by, 3 years goes by, 4 years goes by, 5 years goes by, and they're virtually, yeah, sure, you might have, you might be saying to yourself, yeah, but I'm better than I once was.
Which I just fucking said yesterday.
I'm better than I once was. And that's, in your mind, that's your rationalization. That's your justification. You know what? You need to fucking stop that shit. You literally need to stop that shit. And if that's you, if you've been following my stuff and you've been maybe listening to, listening here and there, and you say that you want to fucking, you want to be a better man, you want to be more honest, you want to be more authentic, you want to have a better dating life, you want to have more sex, you want a better social life, you want to be more confident, you want to be fucking sexier, you want to have a better attitude, better fucking mindset. If you say that you want that shit, I encourage you to fucking get on board one way or the other. And when I say get on board, that's either get on fucking board or get off board. Because you're doing yourself a disservice by just dabbling into the shit. Accept that you're a fat motherfucker. Accept that you're 300 pounds overweight. And you're going to be so much fucking happier with life. Accept that you don't have women in your life. Just accept it. Be good with it. Be good where you're at. Stop desiring other shit if you're not willing to fucking go all in. But this is real. This is your life. At the end of the day, we want to be happy. And you can be happy right now as you are, with or without. If that is your choice, then acknowledge and accept that. Or you need to fucking do whatever the fuck you gotta do to get on board and stop fucking wasting your goddamn life. Stop wasting your time. Because that's exactly how you feel. You feel like your life is passing you by. You feel like a fucking pussy. You feel like a bystander to your own goddamn life. You have to say enough is enough. There are opportunities out there. There is a way. Even if you don't see a way right now. I mean, I had a client, he worked at a fucking hotel and making $10 an hour, and he had contacted me. He came out to one of my weekend events, and he saw, he went out, came to a couple weekend events, 2 weekend events over about a 6-month period of time. He came to one, and then 6 months later he came to another one, and he saw one of the guys that I worked with over the course of that 6 months in my inner circle, and he was so fucking blown away by the results. He's like, holy fuck, it's not even the same dude. This motherfucker just shifted. Actually, it was like 4 or 5 months. Shifted, completely turned his fucking entire life around. He's like, he saw that firsthand right in front of him, and he made that commitment. He was making $10 an hour. He was working at a hotel. Fucking
family owned.
That his
so
family
he was
owned.
Trapped as
he was
fuck.
trapped as fuck. Saw no way out of it. He literally thought and felt that he was going to be there for the rest of his life. And within 3 months, he ended up coming up with all this money somehow, and he ended up signing up for my inner circle because. And how did he do it? He went from nothing to having all this to making it happen at all costs. He made a decision right then and there. He saw this fucking transformation and what was really possible. He saw somebody go from the point where he was, the old him, and he saw now this completely transformed guy, yet he's looking at this completely transformed guy saying, what the fuck? And then he looks in the mirror and he recognizes that nothing's changed. In this 5 months, he's looking out here and he's seeing all these fucking incredible changes with a guy that was just like him. Now he's fucking meeting girls. He's fucking sexy. He's just having so much fun. He's full of life, full of energy. Just got so much sex appeal. He's like, holy fuck, I have to have it. That was the day that that client went into it at all costs.
Yeah.
And he got on board and he made that decision, and his life will never be the same. And ever since he got on board with the inner circle and got in the library and shit, his life, now he is that guy that he saw that transformation. He saw that transformation in another guy from beginning to end, and now he's going through that transformation himself, and he thanks me every day. He said there's no fucking price on what this shit does for you.
Yeah.
And being your own man and being free to fucking speak your mind and have that freedom to be able to, of choice, and just, the women stuff, sure. I mean, that's just a byproduct of all the other stuff of really being a fucking man and going after and taking control of your life.